Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans Channel. Here you give a quick taste of Freediving Hunter Spearfishing the World, a spearfishing game. I'm going to be the first to admit that I know little to nothing about spearfishing outside of you use a spear gun to kill fish and you use a snorkel with no air tank. I had to look up a thing or two because this game explains next to nothing outside of the tutorial, giving you basic controls and stuff like that. From what I found, I highly doubt that there are very many people looking for a spearfishing game, and if they are, they certainly do not want this one. This game is kind of not fun. As you can see, I've only unlocked 3 locations, and I have very little want to keep going. So we're gonna actually go to this free mode kind of thing. So most of this game is based around swimming around, looking for fish, diving down, going first person, shooting them, and playing a mini game to tire them out and then reel them in. As you can see, this is me here, and I am kind of gonna just kind of go around, look for fish. I'm using the left stick to kind of go around the surface. If I dive down, you can actually see I have an air meter, and then I have my reticle and all this kind of stuff. You'll see, like, if I go too fast, there's this little fish eye, meaning the fish can see me and they'll run away. But if I go slower, they won't see me. But I kind of gotta search around here and oh, there's a fish over there. Also, there's a shark. He doesn't care about me at all. The shark comes into play for the minigame. I'm going to actually go and boop on him. See, he doesn't care. So let's go ahead and get this minigame going. So as you can see here, I actually have to depress the left trigger to kind of keep it under this little box that's showing up. If you look at the very top, there is the shark. If you looked at the top, if I missed 3 of those little squares, the shark comes. The middle bar was the my sort of stamina gauge, and then the bottom bar was the fish's gauge. If I run the fish out of stamina, I get the fish. If I run out of stamina, the fish gets away. So like I said before, very little was explained to me. Once in a while I would get a shot and it would be stoned. So I would look that up. Stoning apparently is when you break the backbone of the fish, from what I understand. And of course you can get a headshot on a fish, because why not? But yeah, that's it. You're kind of swimming around in these areas. But no, you don't actually unlock these areas right off the bat. You actually have to compete to be able to free swim around these areas. And that is next level obnoxious. So the AI does not actually need to do that mini game. The second they spear the fish, they have the fish. It's either they hit the fish or they don't hit the fish, or they hit the fish and get a stone, a hit, or they headshot it. And the fun part about that is that you can easily tell that that's happening, because in one of the next game modes, you are actually competing for points. You get the points once you finish the mini game. They get the points like that. So they don't have to suffer through that mini game, meaning they can get fish much faster than you can. And the fun part about this is some of these mini games are to a point total of like 150, like this one. You get like 3 points per fish, maybe 5 if you get a headshot and stuff like that. They claim that points are more for certain fish. They don't explain that at all. I don't know what fish are worth more than another fish or anything like that. I'm also fairly sure that the AI doesn't have to kind of breathe. And as you can see, they know exactly where the fish is, where I have to kind of keep an eye out for stuff and look around. I understand that's normal, but giving an AI that much of an advantage when they already have the ability to fully skip the mini game. And also they follow the same routine of, if they shoot, they miss, they just go back to the top and reel in stuff. And then all the while, once in a while, this narrator will, who actually sounds more bored than I am, will narrate and insult you if you miss a fish and stuff like that. And they'll tell you helpful tips, like if you buy new flippers, you can go faster. Yes, that is.
Clue you in to where the fish are.
Oh, I stoned that guy. So I shot him right through the back. So another fun thing is, whenever you get a fish, you actually have to go up and then tap the A button to stow the fish. So that's even more precious time that is wasted. So let's go. Oh, like, see, I think the second she hit it, she got points, even though it was a normal hit. I got lucky. I stoned that fish, but normally I'd have to go to that mini game. Bottom left, you can see my money and my level that goes up as I spearfish. The most exciting thing that happens as you level up is that you get more air. and you can stay under 5 seconds longer per level up. So I've got to this match here, and I swam around for ages. And it claimed that there was like an 8-minute time limit, or it was supposed to take 8 minutes. I swear I was in here for 10 minutes before I just hit the Y button to forfeit, because it's incredibly boring and very annoying just to hear the opponent in the space it probably takes you to get a fish to getting 2 or 3 fish, because they just fully ignore that mini game. And that mini game pits so much against you, not only about your stamina, the fish's stamina, but that shark thing as well. And it's not fun. Like I said before, I highly doubt that people who spearfish want a game like this. And if they did, there are probably games that are much older that are much better than this. It artificially makes it harder to a point where it's not fun. Yes, you can get new equipment and stuff like that, but getting to that point is not fun. I have a firm belief that if a game takes 2 to 3 hours to get good, or like a AAA game takes 2 to 3 hours to get good or fun, it is not a good game. And that goes a lot more for indie games to grab your attention, because the indie game market's so big. But then again, I mean, you're probably starved for a spearfishing game if this is what you want. And like I said before, I've seen 3 of the locations, but they've been very small. Like this one is totally confined to this sort of lighthouse thing. The other one was a pool, and then the other one was that one I showed you. I might be talking now, but like I said before, that person is just destroying and getting a whole bunch of fish. Once in a while, she seems to glitch out and just kind of stop until I get to within like 20 points of her. But let's go take a look at the gear and stuff like that, and we'll take a look at the fish tank. But yeah, this is Freediving Hunter, Spearfishing the World. I can't suggest this no matter what. Like, hold on. Oh, come on. Go back to mass. Like, I don't know what hydro means. And then, like, I don't know what rotation means or any of that kind of stuff, because they don't explain it at all. Here, I don't know what rotation means. The reach here, like, +3, does that mean +3 to this? What does the, like, rotation -10 mean? I don't know what that means. Like, nothing is explained. Like, hydro, low M, I don't, like, what does this all mean? Like, Sonic P, it doesn't, like, nowhere in this game will it tell me that kind of stuff. So that's really infuriating. But yeah, Freediving Hunter, Spearfishing the World, it's not really a good game. I know maybe I'm not the target audience, but if you're trying to sell a game, you need to kind of be, for something like this specific, you need to kind of try to explain stuff better, maybe. I feel that maybe if they explained stuff a little better and made it so that the AI also had to kind of go through that mini game, or had a much higher chance to fail stuff, it would be a lot more fun. And didn't feel like, I almost feel like I need to just go and sit in that starting area and just grind nonstop to even have a hope. Also, some of the buttons just don't work. When I've been at the top of the water before, I've had to tap like the X button multiple times to dive down. Like there, I had to hit it twice. But yeah, I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. And no. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, ask down below. I mean, again, I had to look up stuff to figure it out. I looked up stoned, and I'm not going to go look up this rotation stuff and all that kind of stuff, because I don't feel to be worthwhile. Oh, I missed. I've never been scuba diving or any of that kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure that this, like, real life spearfishing would be far harder than this, and probably far more rewarding. The game also doesn't even tell you that if you're in the mini game, you can actually just tap the B button to return to the surface. There's a lot of just that. I think it's mostly that, like, just them not telling you anything at all. And even if you're like, maybe you're a novice spearfisher and you don't know all these terms, it feels like this game actively just wants me to fail. Thank you for watching. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Check out our videos, like, comment, subscribe, and share if you can. It helps us out a ton. Bye-bye. Also, that person's fins look really, those are giant fins, and hers look stupid. Bye, everyone.